Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video where today we will be looking at every single game drop in Minecraft and ranking them. Now, this can range from the good to the bad and to the downright ugly. Anyways, I don't want to waste any more of your time. Let's jump right into it. Alright, I got my tier list set up and I think we're just gonna get to ranking. Alright, so first up, we got bats and pots. Now, bats and pots, this one, it was their first game drop. It didn't really add that much. Just bats and pots, you know? So, I think it's pretty self-explanatory. This is going in F tier. It sounds harsh, but Mojang, I gotta do it. I'm sorry. It was not big or good. Okay, next up, we have armored paws. Armored paws, this was also a pretty small one, if I do say so myself. But it wasn't bad. I really liked the new wolf variants they added, and the new barks and stuff. They're all very cute. And then, they also added the wolf armor. It's really useful. It's actually really good armor. And I don't find myself using wolves that often, but it wasn't terrible, I guess. It just wasn't big enough to be anything good, which is why I gotta put that into D tier. Now, we have bundles of bravery. This one, it added hardcore mode to bedrock. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. And then it also just added bundles, I guess. This one was also yet another small one and just didn't add that much. And I feel like bundles were kind of useful, I'll give it that. And hardcore mode was nice for bedrock edition. So that's why it's going in D tier. Okay, for our fourth option, now we have the garden awakens. And I honestly kind of liked this one. I mean, it added a new wood type, a new biome, and a new mob. And it was pretty cool. The mob is super unique and pretty scary. I do wish it did more damage though. It only does 1 heart or something. But the biome itself is really cool. It added a cool new flower, which I really liked. And honestly, this update, it's not the best thing in the world, but it was pretty solid. I think this deserves a solid B tier. Alright, now we have Spring to Life. Spring to Life was an interesting one. You see, Spring to Life, it added new variants of cows, chickens, and pigs, which was okay, I guess. And then it also added the firefly bush. The firefly bush, yeah, it does nothing at all either, other than make fireflies, which is kind of cool, I guess. But this one's just a useless update. It's kind of cool, but it's just not very good. Chase the Skies. Chase the Skies, I was hyped for this one. Like, I was so hyped because it was like rideable gas. We've been wanting this for so long. And then it just ended up going 4 blocks an hour and didn't even attack anything, which that's not bad. It's useful for building, I guess, until you get an elytra, but it's just kind of a pain and a hassle to get. Not that it's bad. It's actually pretty good. It's cool, fun to ride around. Adds the new gassed harness, which that's honestly really cool. W Mojang for making it look so good. But it's just kind of a mid mob, you know? And just trying to find it in the Soul Sand Valley, it doesn't do too much, which is why I'm putting this in C tier. Not bad, not like terrible or anything, but it's not that good either. Okay, we're around halfway done. Now we have the Copper Age. The Copper Age, honestly, the Copper Age was pretty good. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it added lots of new copper blocks. And they were all pretty cool for the builders. I'm not a builder myself, but I still do find them pretty cool. Then I also added the copper chests, which are associated with the copper golem. The copper golem was it's a very useful mob, actually. I don't find myself using it that much, but whenever I do, it's just really useful. The copper armor, it's also amazingly useful whenever I'm doing manhunts for fun or something. I can just get copper armor real quick, and it's actually so OP because it blocks so much damage. So yeah, this was honestly a surprisingly good update, but I don't know if it should get A tier or B tier. I think I'm gonna give it A tier just to be nice, okay? It barely deserved A tier, but it was a good update. Alright, now we have Mounts of Mayhem. Sorry for pausing the video. I just need to ask you one quick thing, and that is to subscribe. I know every YouTuber says it, but it would mean the world to me if you could. Alright, back to the video. Mounts of Mayhem added so much cool stuff. Like, it didn't even add that much, but the stuff it did add was really cool. I mean, it added the zombie horse variant. It added, like, these mobs that could go on the zombie horses and spear you. And yeah, the spear, man, the spear was so cool and good. It's such a unique weapon, being able to jab and also joust, where the faster you go, the more damage it does. And that's just a really cool weapon idea in my opinion. This update was so good, but it was just a little small, which is why I'm going to give it high A tier. Okay, now we have Tiny Takeover. Yeah, Tiny Takeover, it just retextured some mobs. They were good retextures, but like, yeah, no, this update sucked. They spent 3 months on freaking like making a smaller chicken. I don't know. It wasn't a good update in my opinion. I don't want to wait that long for just some retextured mobs. Alright, we have Chaos Cubed now. Chaos Cubed was a really good update in my opinion. It added the sulfur cube, which for one, it's really fun to do with mini games. Kind of useless in usefulness, but it's really fun to like play around with. I have lots of fun playing with my friends with it, and it's just an awesome mob. And the sulfur caves, that's a whole new biome. That's really cool. The new sulfur blocks are also just amazing. However, it just wasn't perfect in terms of gameplay. And while it was a cool update, it just didn't really add anything that was that useful. But definitely a tier. Okay, finally, we have the Dappled Forest. The Dappled Forest, it's a pretty cool update, I can't lie. It's not fully out yet, but from what I've seen, this just looks amazing. The new wood type goes really well with pale oak, and the new trees absolutely look stunning. And it's awesome that they don't turn green when you put them in a different biome. It's just so cool. Then they also have the new camp structures. The new camp structures are awesome and super useful. Like, they can spawn with diamonds. The loot is really good, but can also be really bad. And it just ranges from lots of different things. This is a useful update. This is a cool update, which is why I'm putting this in S tier. This is so good. I love this, and they're not even done with everything. It's just such a good update, and I cannot wait for it to fully release.